been a good trip. Back in the Badlands again. So here we are, back at the High Plains Homestead again. Right in the middle of the White River Badlands. A little bit of a rainstorm heading towards us. We're going to spend 2 weeks out here fossil hunting. So we're just waiting for the rest of our party to arrive. There's going to be 12 of us this year, big group. And looks like the weather's going to be crummy for the next day or two. And then we'll be able to head out into the field and do some fossil hunting. But that'll give us time to prep, because there's always at least 1 day of prep work that needs to be done before we can head out. So, can't wait to get out in the field and start finding the good stuff again. Had a good year last year. I'm hoping to have a good year again this year. All right, it's our second day here at the homestead. We've spent the morning in town buying supplies, and we spent the afternoon out here getting prepped, ready to go, making up bottles of Boot Var glue. We spent quite a while doing that. I forgot to get any video of the prep work, unfortunately. And then making up bags for everybody to take in the field. Each bag contains bottle of water, a bag of plaster, and a couple of rolls of burlap. These bags still need their burlap. They got the water and the plaster in them. There's a crew cutting burlap in another building. So this operation, this burlap cutting operation.
Oh, you're getting a video of it right at the tail end.
Well, I forgot to start shooting earlier when we were doing all the prep work. I got to thinking, you know, I should make a video of this, but day late and a dollar short. What can I say? And loading up supplies in the back of the truck. We've packed and repacked our backpacks. So the burlap has arrived, so that's going to finish off these bags. We'll have enough to take for everybody to take out into the field tomorrow, if we go tomorrow. The weather may not cooperate. It may be another day, whoops, before we go. We'll see. But at least we'll be prepped and ready for when the weather does cooperate. We can head out.
No, you gotta let the other L name find
Or the one of the M names.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Yep. Now, here we are heading out on the first day. Weather is suboptimal, but hopefully the rain won't be any worse than this little bit of spritzing we're getting right now. And maybe we'll find some good stuff. It's a little bumpy, but very scenic out here. Reminds me of the dune bashing in Dubai. Well, our little mini convoy has arrived. We're geared up, ready to go. Just a short hike into the Badlands today. Didn't need the ATVs, we could drive the truck right up to the edge. So here's our entry point. Doesn't look like much from this angle, but on the other side of that ridge it goes on for miles. Finally back in the Badlands. And hey, the rain has stopped. Good news. Just about ready to head in. Get our final instructions from Mike S. So we've all dropped down into the Badlands and we're kind of spreading out. Doing our thing. So far I've just found a few teeth and bits of tortoise shell and broken bits of bone. Nothing serious yet. But we just got here. The day is young. So it's the morning of the second hunting day, and I thought I'd just make a quick little video of what my finds were yesterday. My finds were nothing to get excited about, really. I got a few good bits and pieces, but nothing to be excited about. I don't think anybody found anything really great except for Connor, the youngest member of our party. He's only 16, and it's his first time out here. And first off, we were barely into the Badlands, and he found an almost complete Oreodont. And then in the afternoon, he found the jaw and some teeth of a saber cat. I mean, that is just unheard of on a person's first trip out here. Made the rest of our finds look pretty stupid. So he is turning into quite the amazing fossil hunter. We'll see what he finds today. I hope he's not expecting to do that good every day. He may be disappointed. As for my finds, well, nothing, like I said, nothing spectacular. I got quite a collection of little teeth over here. Some Oreodont, some dawn deer. This might be rhino. It's pretty big. I suspect rhino. Got some bone ends, some vertebrae. Over here, found some Titanothere parts. Astragalus, part of a leg bone. This is the most interesting one. This is a part of a big, probably leg bone of a Titanothere. It has predator bite marks on it. Here, here, here. So something was gnawing on this bone. I don't know if that's what killed this animal, if it was post-mortem. I wouldn't be surprised post-mortem. But something with some, I don't know, we're kind of debating on whether those are canine bite marks or whether they are from some sort of crocodilian. Could have been either. You know, there were critters out here with canine teeth back then, and there were crocodiles out here then. Over here, I got some coprolites, basically fossilized poop. Kids love this stuff. So I'll give this to Mike Searle to use in our education program. The kids just go nuts over fossilized poop. I don't know why. Over here, this was probably my best find of the day, such as it is. This is all from a single Oreodont. It was a big one, too. The teeth are huge. So it was one of the larger species of Oreodonts. And I have an assortment of other bones from the critter, including right and left versions of this bone. So quite a bit of the animal. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the skull or anything else. This was all that was left eroding out of the hill. So, hoping to do better today, or at least sometime in the next 2 weeks while we're here. But, you know, I would have been very happy with this my first couple times out here. But, you know, Connor set the bar kind of high yesterday. So, kind of hard to live up to. We'll see what today brings.
Need to throw out a gut check, man.
A gut check? Huh?
Suck it
Yeah,
in.
look at my gut.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, suck it in. I'm carrying like a lob of shit. Oh, it's filming.
I'm not filming you.
I was in, I hear you talk. I'm like, oh, what's going on, man? Oh.
It was unintentional, you know, if you got in the video. Yeah, I'm looking at the pretty stuff, okay?
That's why I'm able to pretend like I'm stealthy.
Yeah. Oh. Day 2, slightly more vertical area. Going to be a lot of climbing today. Hope the old knees can handle it. And we call this area the Rift Valley. Very, very vertical. Lots of climbing, a little bit dangerous. Found some good stuff out here though. So we'll give it a shot today. So I'm taking a little bit of a break, climb back up top where my backpack is. May have lunch here shortly, or maybe just a hand lunch while I'm climbing, which is kind of scary. You can see how vertical it all is. Got Lisa and Mike S over there up top, and Mike B and Connor down below, climbing around on these hills with a steep drop down into the valley. It's tiring, it's terrifying, it's invigorating. So far I haven't found much. I found a canine tooth from either a cat or a dog. Ancient, you know, not modern. But couldn't find anything else of the critter. So I just got some interesting teeth and a few bone fragments so far. Still looking. Oh, and to add to the fun of being out here on these steep hills and cliffs, we've got a thunderstorm moving in. So we can play lightning rod out here too. Fossil hunting, slightly dangerous. So here we are, waiting out the lightning and the hail on a little ledge off the side of one of these hills. So we're down, not up top where the lightning's hitting, but the hail's coming down pretty hard. It stings when it hits exposed skin. Hopefully it will stop soon. Also got quite cold. I imagine the temperature was up in the 70s before this storm rolled in. Now it's probably in the 40s. So here's my finds from yesterday. Nothing much. Yesterday's hunt got called off early because of the hail and the freezing rain and the lightning and the hurricane force winds that were hitting us. So I wasn't finding much anyway, so I wasn't too sad to leave that area. It's not my favorite area to hunt. So I wasn't finding much. Got some more teeth from like dawn deer, leptomeryx, I think it's pronounced. Interesting tortoise scutes and bone ends. A coprolite, the way it was embedded in the ground, it almost looked like it was a fossilized egg, which is why I picked it up. But no, once I got to look at it, nope, it's just fossilized poop, not an egg. And then the most interesting thing I found was a canine tooth from a predator. We can't decide whether it's from a cat, like a saber cat, or some sort of primitive dog. We don't know. Couldn't find any other part of the animal. But you can bet the next time we go out into that area, I will go back to the exact same spot and poke around just in case some more of the critter starts eroding out over time. But I couldn't find anything yesterday before the rain came. So we're about to leave. Hopefully today will be a better day. It's about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, but otherwise the weather forecast is about the same. So, you know, every day we wear one less layer out into the field as it warms up, which is, it's fine when you're working out in the sun, but not so great when the freezing rain and the high winds start, which hopefully we will miss out on today, but I don't have high hopes. It kind of goes with the territory out here. So we'll see how it goes. Today we're in a slightly different place. Yesterday we were over there, and some people are over there finishing up digging they started yesterday, where they found stuff. Today, the other side of the valley is inbounds. So a lot of us who didn't find anything over there on that side of the valley yesterday have come over here to look. So it's going to be like yesterday. There's a lot of vertical up and down climbing while fossil hunting. And hopefully we'll find some good stuff. We didn't hunt this area last year, I don't think. So stuff's had time to erode out, hopefully. We'll see how it goes.
Here, because then that allows something to fall off of you.
Okay.
You start too close, things start falling off. That's what makes it unstable. Okay. Shake it up good.
You think it'll be okay?
I'm gonna move that little piece right here.
Or put it in the bag if you think it'll go away.
No, just leave it there because you know that it came like right here. Smooth bar the crap out of it and let it dry really well. Then you're gonna put, when it dries, then you're gonna put foil right here,
Okay.
so you can start working on it, and so this won't move.
Okay.
Okay, shake weight. Shake weight.
Okay, now we don't have any green bags or buckets up here, well, unless you want to donate. Okay, because their nearest ones are pretty far away otherwise.
I got it.
Love you, Ma.
Okay.
I got it all.
What a great lady. All right.
I don't like walking far away. A lot of cat this year.
Mm.
That's what it looks like.
Got?
It sure looks like it. I don't know. I mean, it looks a little thick
I was thinking either that or dog.
for a dog.
So getting near the end of the day. So Leslie and I haven't done so good, but other people have. Here's Mike S.'s tortoise over here. And Lisa's got part of an Oreodont there. And Mike and Connor over there found part of an Oreodont. And Steve found part of what looks like a cat skull up most of the way up that hill over there. And I'm not sure what Bill's found yet, but probably something. He always finds something. So probably the last big job for today, as it's getting late, is we're going to have to haul these heavy jackets out of here and up the slope to the grass line. That is going to be fun. Practically heart attack inducing. Oh well, they helped me with mine. I got to help them with theirs. So we just left the field. We're back to trucks. I think the last load's coming up on the ATV. Storm's coming in, starting to spit rain at us. Lots of lightning. It's the end of the day anyway. We're not quitting early. But hopefully we'll get all packed up and out of here before the sky opens up on us. Or we all get hit by lightning and die. One or the other. Got the last few people and the last bit of equipment. The lightning's been pretty constant. I'm trying to catch some. I don't know if any of it's showing up on the video. A little scary out here on the prairie when you're the tallest thing for miles. Now got the ATV loaded. And we're just about to roll out of here. Looks like we're going to make it out ahead of the weather, but we'll probably drive through it. Looks like we're going to have to get back to the homestead. Oh yeah, hope that showed up on video. Just a typical day in the Badlands. Getting ugly out here. We're finally ready to pull out. Just locked the hubs on the old Bob. We may need four-wheel drive when we hit the main road, if it's already been rained on. So it's our fourth hunting day out in the field, and we've got a little bit of an air show going on over here, as they're doing some crop dusting not too far from us. A little bit distracted me from looking for fossils. We came to one of my favorite spots though. We're up on the plateau today. Haven't found anything but a few shards of teeth. I went back to that ridge where Bill and I found skulls 5 feet apart last year, but didn't see anything else eroding out. So, just looking around, but it's early. We just got here. There's Steve and Nancy and Leslie over there. There's Bill and Mike over there. And we're hunting. Alright, I've been a little remiss in my filming because the weather is going to crap and it's starting to sprinkle again. But I followed a trail of jaw and teeth pieces, pretty big ones, up this hill I'm sitting on. And they ended right here at this hunk of jaw that's sticking out of the hill. And I can see bits of teeth here and there in it. So don't know what it is yet. It's pretty big though. You know, here's my hand for comparison. It's not a small orient, not a deer, not one of the small animals. It's big. Don't know what it is yet. Got it all boot varred, and I'm digging around it, trying to decide whether it's worth a plaster jacket or not. I may ask for advice from my more experienced wife. And in any case, I may have to cover it up with foil here shortly, because if the rain's coming in, I don't want it all washed away. Anyway, I gotta get back to work before the rain starts. Well, I kind of rushed to get it dug out and aluminum jacketed, but the rain quit. It still looks kind of ugly, like it could start again, but the rain quit, so that's good. So I kind of doubt there's much left in there, but you know, it'll be fun to take it all apart and see what pieces of the jaw are left and what critter it is, and gluing the parts back together. That'll be a job for back home. I might have a little lunch and go back to hunting since it quit raining. Well, I'm back on the hunt. Had a little lunch and looking around, some little bits of bone down here, but they don't seem to lead to anything. I'll look around this area a little more. My goal now, I've had, different goals on different years out here. My goal now, and it may take several years to accomplish, is to find a pocket tortoise. Basically, a small tortoise, softball size, maybe a little bigger, in really good shape. Those are quite sought after as collector's items, decorator items, whatnot. It took me a couple of years to find a tortoise in decent shape, but it's pretty big. I'll put a link to that video where I found the tortoise up in the upper right corner. But it's pretty big, heavy, When it comes to, wanting to decorate or display your fossils, something that's 1.5 feet long and weighs 35, 40 pounds is a lot harder to display than something that's like size of a softball and weighs a couple pounds and you can put it on a shelf, So the pocket tortoises, those are quite in vogue right now, and it's my goal to find one. We'll see how long it takes. It may take years. Don't know. Gotta keep scouring the badlands here, see what else I can find.
Two of them are looking at us like, what?
Yeah.
What's everybody
We're on
looking at?
the road between Hot Springs and Custer, looking at the buffalo. Doing the touristy thing today.
What's about to roll over? Hold it down.
More bison. And prairie dogs. Prairie dog mounds everywhere. It's an amazing drive through the Black Hills here. Highly recommended. Oh, don't get too close, Mike. Oh no. Oh, we got 3 mics on this trip. We could probably afford to lose one. It's a tradition. Every year on our tourist day, we wind up here. Back to Mount Rushmore. Got the whole group here. A couple of us hadn't seen it before, so gotta come, you know? And this is the first time I've ever been to Mount Rushmore where A, the sun is out, and B, it is not snowing, hailing, raining, or foggy. Never seen the boys in the sun before. First time for everything. Here we are, look at George in profile. All of us crazy Floridians. Well, now we're down the road at Crazy Horse. Check this place out. Never seen it except from the road before. Now we're actually at the visitor center. It's ambitious, I'll give them that. I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off. That granite, it's crumbly. Well, it's our fifth day in the field. We cut the last day short because it started raining and it got so greasy out here we couldn't climb and could hardly even stand up. This stuff gets as slick as axle grease when it's wet. Cows are coming to look at us where we are today. And where we are is back in my big hole from last year. And if I haven't already, I'll put a link to last year up here. Got a big jacket full of Titanothere bones out of here. Must have weighed a good 100 pounds. About killed us getting it up this hill to where the ATV could pick it up. We could muscle it in the car. So I just came back here with the purpose of collecting a few bones I accidentally left behind. I had a little pile of bones down here at the base of the cliff that I had left behind with my intention to bag them up in a Ziploc bag and take them with the jacket. But I completely forgot them. And over the last 6 months or so, rain and snow on the hill here, a lot of material sloughed down and had buried them. So I was just going to come over here and see if I could find those little bits of bone, bag them up, and then go hunt elsewhere. Well, in the process of trying to find all those little bits of bone, I found some big bits of bone. So here I am digging in this same hole again for third season. Yeah. That's a big piece of bone. We're definitely looking at more Titanothere stuff. Don't know what it is, hard to tell, but it's big, and it goes down and into the hill, so I got a lot of digging ahead of me. See if I can get some of it out, see what it is. So, like I said, there's Nancy over there. Like I said, I was planning on going and exploring some of the rest of this, but I'm right back here in this same spot where I've been for going on 3 years. I just can't quit this hill. And here Nancy's showing off some of her finds. She's got some big Titanothere teeth. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the piece I found earlier. There's a piece I found earlier.
It's a nice clean.
Yeah, and there's some Oridont teeth. And there's another shard of rhino tooth. So, a lot of teeth out here. But that's good because it's easy to identify the animal from the teeth. You can't figure it out otherwise. But that's a good chunk of a Titanothere tooth. If you can find the rest of it,
That's what I'm digging for.
and glue it together,
And that one was next to it.
yeah. Keep digging. I got 3 good teeth out of here the first time I hit this hill. Okay, I think I got everything out of this hole that I'm going to get. This looked like bone at first, but I think it's just conglomerate rock. It doesn't really have the color or texture of bone. It doesn't even look like a bone. It's just hard. But I did get something out. Get out of my own shadow here. Some sort of big bone kind of dished in. Don't know. Some part of a Titanothere. I'm just going to make an aluminum jacket around it, and not going to bother with the plaster jacket this time. There's not enough of it here to bother with. And I think I might finally be done with the hole in this hill right here, finally, after 3 years. And let me go find something else to dig, and hopefully I won't spend 3 years on it. Well, I will if there's good stuff there. What the heck? But time to go find something else after I finish jacketing up this bone, making it safe for transport. All right, Leslie looks like she may have found a complete humerus from a Titanothere. So that's the upper part of the front limb bone. It's a big bone. Cena's helping her put a jacket on it. It's going to be a big, heavy jacket. But it's a very cool find.
Let that stuff thicken up. Just go down this way.
That corner right there is a lot. Right there is a lot. For the slurry?
Yeah, just let it thicken up a little bit more.
Well, my finds yesterday were pretty modest. Got the big bone I pulled out of the hole I've been working on for 3 years now. Not sure what part of the critter it is. You know, it's a saddle-shaped piece of bone about the size of my hand. It's thin. I don't know if it's part of the skull, part of a scapula, something. I'll have to do some research on that once I get the pieces glued back together and can get it cleaned and get a good idea of the exact shape of it. I got the pieces of bone which I forgot to take with me last year. Now they're all caked with mud. I'll have to clean them. I got possibly, I don't know, they kind of look like Oreodont teeth, but they're a little different from what I'm used to seeing. I may have one of the other members of the group with more experience look at them and see if they have an idea what they are. And then I've got a lot of shards of rhino and Oreodont teeth over here. And yeah, I spent way too much time in that old hole. And then a good part of the afternoon helping Leslie with her big bone that she found. So my finds are a little modest, but that's okay. You know, some years you find a lot, some years you don't. Last year I found a lot. We got a couple more hunting days. We'll see how it goes. Well, we're just about ready to leave for our 6th hunting day in the field. We had a couple of days off due to weather and a couple of days off doing tourist things. We went to Mount Rushmore. We went to Crazy Horse. Went and saw some museums. And yesterday we took the day off to go up to the Black Hills Institute. And Peter Larson up there gave us a great behind-the-scenes tour of the place. And then we went out to dinner with him in the evening and swapped stories. It was a great time had by all. And the behind-the-scenes tour of the Black Hills Institute is kind of a long video in and of itself, so I'll put a link to that up here in the upper right corner, and you can look at that at your leisure if you want to. And we're just about to load up and head out and see what today brings. Okay, Joe was late getting here. He's missed like the first 2 weeks, but his first day in the field, he finds a rhino jaw.
Well, it's only got 2 teeth. I don't know how much of the jaw is actually there, but look at all the bone that's all around it.
And on the way back from getting his pack, he found an Oreodont skull.
It looks like an upper skull, like it's sticking out, doesn't it? Look at the bone right here. All around it again.
That's okay.
Right, should these be both sides of a skull going in like that? Look at the bone on either side right there.
Yeah.
I don't see any
Yeah,
teeth in a row behind it.
This could be the back tooth right here. Yeah, both of these back teeth. Let me go get a look at the Oreodont skull he found. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a root. There's a tooth.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that is.
That's the nose.
Okay.
Nose openings right there. So it's a skull going in like that. Oops.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, there's where your canine goes.
Right.
There.
Oh. I should try this side. Well, Joe got his rhino teeth out over here. It wasn't a whole skull, just part of the jaw with some big teeth in it. So he's got that up in a little aluminum foil jacket. And over here, he's working on digging out the Oreodont skull, which he has just determined has both uppers and lowers.
I think.
He thinks.
That definitely looks like the back of the lower jaw right there. I just don't see the top side of it anywhere, so I'm not gonna keep digging around in this because it's too frigid.
So I'm up here by the tree line, or by the grass line, pretty high, walking along through a contact zone where there seems to be a fair amount of bone. Pretty much the same contact zone where Joe found his 2 skulls about 10 yards apart. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you sort of a panorama of the Badlands from up here. There's a little swampy area down there in the valley. It's a lot of climbing out here. This area is very vertical. So far, I'm not finding much. I made a run down to the valley level down there to pick up some supplies for Joe for what he's doing. Climb back up. Heck of a climb for an old fat man with bad knees, but I love it out here. It's beautiful. All right, let me get back to looking.
Stay in the Orient off bed.
Some tired men here. Just hauled this big, heavy jacket up out of the Badlands. Mike Barnes has got some part of a Titanothere in there. They're still down there jacketing ribs. A lot of ribs down there. Well, it's our last day here at the homestead. It's pack-up day. Yesterday out in the field, I didn't do so good. Didn't find much. Kind of a theme for me this year. Yeah, last year I found a lot. This year I didn't find much. It comes and goes. Got some of our finds packed up here. We got a bunch of the smaller stuff here in this crate. And here's a couple of Joe's jackets over here. And then over here I got an interesting size comparison. There's a modern cow astragalus. Here's a fossilized astragalus I found out in the field. So I don't know. I'll have to have some of our experts look at it. I'm thinking maybe rhino. Maybe running rhino. I'm not sure. To have our experts look at it. A lot of people did well yesterday. Leslie found a bunch of rhino teeth. Joe found a couple of things. A good part of the afternoon was spent hauling Mike and Connor Barnes' finds up out of the Badlands. They have a lot of a Titanothere and a big heavy jacket and a lot of ribs. So they did very well. So we've got a lot of packing up to do today. We got to finish capping our jackets so that they can be transported home to Florida. I'll try to get a little film of that while that's happening. Here we are putting the cap on Leslie's big jacket with the Titanothere humerus in it. And here are the Barnes boys over here capping their jackets. Making them safe to ship back to Florida so nothing falls out. Big pile of aluminum wrapped rib bones over here that Connor found. Got some more jackets back here. Another big one over there that needs capped. And we gotta load them in the U-Haul and take them to Florida. Okay, the Barneses are gonna top the jacket. They're gonna put the top on their big jacket inside the U-Haul, so we don't have to move that thing again. It's very heavy. It's just gonna be heavier after it's got a plaster jacket on top of it. They're gonna do it in situ, so to speak. So here's this year's pile of jackets ready to go into the trailer. Got the big one already in the trailer. Put the cap on it in there so we didn't have to move it again. It's so damn heavy. Got some rocks for tumbling. And a lot of small stuff too. Everybody's taken home. So it's been a good year. Badlands Division comes through again. We'll be back next year. Already looking forward to it. See you then. Just your typical afternoon thunderstorm rolling in to the homestead here in Nebraska. Kind of ugly looking over there. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a little hail with it when it gets here. If it gets here, it's kind of sliding off to the north on the radar. Worst of it might miss us. We'll see.
It says that they have it has a 35-gallon tank.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't believe it for a minute.
Neither do I.
You get that fat of gas money?
Wow.
It's a 35-gallon tank and you're getting like 2.5 miles per gallon. But you might have to look up, if you're looking up that model, might have to look
See, I looked up the XL, but this is like even lower. The XL is like the sport truck, and this is even lower than an XL. Yeah. Yes,
Whereabouts?
straight up, going.
That's over in South Dakota. Close as we are to the border, that's got to be across the state line where that's happening. Keep thinking that light's over
Here's
on
another
the...
one. 12 o'clock, or kind of 1 o'clock.
I see it. Going away from us?
Yes.
Yeah.